What is a discovered product in Jira? If you're an Atlassian Guard user, you've probably received an email that says, "Hey, a new product has been discovered." And you quickly find yourself scratching your head and going, "What the heck is this? Who created this Jira or Confluence or JSM? And how do I get to the bottom of it?" Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you what your options are, what you can and can't do, and just give you some situational awareness on how you can handle or at least mitigate these discovered products. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. Drop a like if you get value out of this video. And don't forget to check out those links down below to my merch store, my book, my paid courses, my free courses, and one-on-one help if you need it. So what exactly is a discovered product? Well, if you're watching this video, you most likely have Atlassian Guard. This is Atlassian's extra service that you buy per user to basically enable SSO or single sign-on authentication and user provisioning. And Atlassian Guard is really cool because it does authentication and it does the provisioning, but it presents us with a new problem. And that is this problem of a discovered product. And so what happens is for your company's domain, so let's just assume you own acme.org, right? For that particular domain, every user that uses that domain, so Bob at acme.org, they all become a managed user. And I am simplifying this a lot for this video, but just to kind of give you what's going on. And essentially, if Bob decides to go to Atlassian.com and they decide to buy, and I'm going to put this in big air quotes, but if they decide to buy their own Jira or their own Confluence or Trello or Bitbucket or pretty much most of the Atlassian tools, because you, through SSO, through Atlassian Guard, you own that domain of acme.org, Atlassian is clever enough to go, oh, that product must clearly belong to this organization because they own that domain. They will do you the courtesy of basically discovering that product for you so that you are aware when users decide to go off on their own and basically sign up for their own products. Now, this is a good thing and this is a bad thing, right? Because it basically presents us with what I call and what Atlassian refers to as shadow IT, because these products are now under your jurisdiction. The good news is you don't have to pay for the licenses. You're not on the hook for paying for those per user licenses for whoever's accessing those Jira products. But here's where things get very bad for you really quickly. Because they're using that acme.org domain, any user who's using that instance now becomes part of your Atlassian Guard bill. And so they become a user that even though maybe they aren't using your main Jira or your main Confluence, you're on the hook for that, right? And so you want to limit, you want to prevent users from essentially standing up these rogue instances, and everything should really be under your org umbrella. Now, what can you do about this now that we know what discovered products are? Well, in a nutshell, not a whole lot. If you are using standard or premium version of Jira, there really isn't anything you can do. Atlassian is just going to gladly sell you that Atlassian Guard seat. Although you do have the ability, I guess I'm kind of lying, there is one thing you can do, and that is you're allowed to set up an authentication policy that is called non-billable or of the non-billable type, and you can move that user from that billable authentication policy to a non-billable authentication policy, and then allegedly Atlassian won't bill you for that user anymore. But it is very time-consuming and very annoying, especially if your users are managed accounts, right? Because that means that those users are coming in through your Active Directory, and it just becomes a nightmare to try to move people around when they're coming in through your Active Directory. It's really hard to disable users unless you go to the source. And so it's a little problematic. It's not as straightforward, and I think vast improvements can be done here to make this better. But of course, Atlassian gets free money, right? Because if you don't keep an eye on it, or if you don't bother to go look, you'll find out at your annual renewals when your Atlassian Guard for billable users just goes up and up and up over time. So again, not a whole lot you can do. You can kind of try to do this non-billable policy, but it's not a sure thing every time, because I've been personally trying to do it for 3 years and I still can't do it. So that's that. Now, if you are an enterprise subscriber of Jira, Confluence, or Jira Service Management, then Atlassian has some good news for you. For only enterprise customers, you have the ability to not necessarily block, but you can essentially require that you, as the administrator of that domain, you have to approve that purchase. And so once they get to that screen, they're obviously not going to get the approval. They kind of get freaked out a little bit and they end up not going through with the thing. And I have seen, as an enterprise customer, I have seen a drastic amount of discovered products go down because I can actually block them. Unfortunately, this is only available for enterprise, which is a really, really bad thing. Atlassian, this whole shadow IT, it should be open to everybody. You should be able to prevent everybody from being able to generate these discovered products, not just your enterprise customers. Although I will admit that the problem is much, much bigger when you have 10,000 enterprise customers, because any person with that domain, right? If you have a 100,000 person company, anybody can go and basically sign up and they become a billable user. One other benefit that you get from these discovered products is that when some employee goes rogue and they do set these up, you're at least notified, right? So this is the only good thing, the only positive thing is that you get notification so that if somebody is doing some intellectual property shenanigans outside of your main Jira, well, you are at least aware that somebody is outside doing some non-authorized thing. So there is that benefit, but still I would prefer Atlassian to just be able to stop it, just like it can with enterprise. And so just stopping it, nipping it at the top is better than at least knowing about it and then having to do all this extra paperwork just to get it killed. So I can see why you do it, but still not good. So not the best policy here, but at least if you're an enterprise, you have a little bit of hope. If you're on free or premium, there's not a whole lot you can do other than try to make those non-billable policies. Now, what I typically do is I go into, at least now, this has been getting updated because it used to be really bad. You just used to have to put up with it and deal with it, right? There was nothing you can do other than fork over money to Atlassian. But now you can at least join. So as the org admin, I can join as an admin of that instance, that new one, and I can kind of shut it down. I can talk to the admins. I can see who the admins are and then have those conversations. But before, at least 2 years ago, you couldn't even do that. So we're making steps in the right direction, but not quite there yet. But anyways, those are some of the couple of things that you can do if you discover these discovered products. No pun intended there. But yeah, it's kind of annoying. Not my favorite feature. Again, that shadow IT ends up just creating this bill that you ultimately get hit with. Not very customer friendly. I definitely think when we look at Atlassian's core values, this one definitely goes against, messing with the customer here. And I'm not a big fan of it. And everybody that I talk to, they all have the same sentiment about this discovered products. It's just not good business. And I get it. I understand why Atlassian does it. There's a good logic, right? Is you have your managed accounts and Atlassian just wants you to have visibility, which I think is a good thing, but I should be able to stop it, right? I should be able to go, no, you can't create these, stop it, because most of these are always unsanctioned, they're rogue, and they're just not good. Now, if you have enterprise, the good news is that you can just make sure that your user is using an enterprise Jira. And so as long as you're paying for their seat into a real Jira, then they can access whatever they want. And it's all free because the Atlassian Guard is kind of bundled and included with enterprise. But if you're on premium or if you're on standard, then you're going to be hating or not being very happy with Atlassian quite a bit. Anyways, that's it for this video. In the comment section, let me know, have you ever gotten these discovered product emails and gone, what the heck do I do with this? What is this? Why is this? Right? Well, let me know in the comments. And if you want to chat, there's that Linktree down below. Set up some one-on-one time with me, and I'd be more than happy to walk you through this whole thing and give you your options and sit down and figure out what is best for you. Okay? So anyways, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you've made it this far and you haven't subscribed, well, guess what? Now's your time to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.